just how to use Twitter all around. So, let's get going here. First off, we are at the studios of 1690 AM, The One, in beautiful Omaha, Nebraska. And we are in the Crossroads Mall, and I always like being here in the Crossroads Mall because, you know, sometimes we come to a crossroads in our life and we're really not sure which way to go. We're really not sure what we want to do, and if we've got a business, sometimes we get stuck in our business, and you know, Crossroads is a great way to you know, kind of decide what we got to do. Which way are we going to go? And so that's what makes it so good about us being in the Crossroads Mall. And we are right next to the Half of a Half store, and you come in the south entrance of the Crossroads Mall, just by Target, just to the, let me see, what would that be, the east of Target. Come on in anytime, watch us, check us out, spend some time with us if you'd like. We'd love to have you here in the audience. We've got a great audience today, all of them wanting to know how to use Twitter. Simple steps to using Twitter. This is Mike Bitter, of course. This is my show, The Mike Bitter Show. I also do presentations here in Omaha and around the area. Right now we are doing strategic planning for 2015. We have 2 more shows that we're going to do, not 2 more radio shows, but we have 2 more presentations that I'm going to be doing in Omaha. The next one is going to be December 11th at Pizza West. Pizza West is right off of I-80 in Giles, and it's called Pizza and Promotions. Sit down, come in about 11:30. We're having an all-you-can-eat pizza buffet, and eat all the pizza and salad that you want for $10, and then you're going to get a great presentation on how to promote your business. That's why we call it Pizza and Promotions. How do you promote your business, especially this time of year? Did you realize that 20 to 40% of yearly sales are done between the months of November and January? We're not even halfway through December yet, so you've still got another month and a half, or you've got more than a month and a half to market your business, especially with the holidays coming. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk at this presentation on December 11th at 11:30, Pizza West. We are going to talk about the difference between marketing if you are a business to business, B2B as they call it, or business to consumer, B2C. And we're going to talk about you handle it differently. And those of you that are in retail may understand that and know what I'm talking about. Hey, shout-outs, can't forget those. Hey, Scott out in Georgia, man. He is my publisher. He does a fantastic job of keeping all my clients going and staying in front of my clients' prospects and getting great information out about them. Melinda out in Colorado. Hello, Idaho Springs, right off of Interstate 70. If you're headed, headed westbound on Interstate 70, you will go right past Idaho Springs. Also, Idaho Springs has the oldest Sinclair gas station in the United States. Can you believe that? The oldest Sinclair gas station. You know, Dino the Dinosaur. I've seen some of those commercials on TV lately. Can't forget about Columbia, Missouri. How about Warren? Warren Hoover, how you doing? Ron Kelly over in Iowa. Can't forget about Deb. Hey, Deb with Social Zing. Patrick Bonnet. We've got Kevin Kenobi and Linda Arena. We want to tell everybody hello. Cynthia. Cynthia, how's Cynthia doing today? All of the people in Social Zing, and we're going to be talking about Social Zing here in a little bit. And You know, sometimes social media marketing is tough to keep up with, and there's a lot that a business owner has to do if you're marketing. But the cool thing about social media marketing, it's free. It doesn't cost anything unless you do something like email marketing through a company like Constant Contact. And if you want to do email marketing through Constant Contact, you just go to asmemailmarketing.com and get signed up for less than $20 a month. You can send out an email as many times as you want to 500 or less people on your email address. $20 a month. That's all it costs to keep people in touch with you, or to keep in touch with people through email marketing. And let me see, did I miss anybody? How about Curtis Harlan? Curtis over in Missouri, how are you doing? And all my people down in Kansas City too. Want to say hi to Paige Cahill and all of those awesome people out there. I'm just great people that I'm working with. Had a great week this week. Met with John Ewing, the Douglas County Treasurer, and had some great conversations with him. You know, it's that time of year again where people are giving and they are looking for people to volunteer. There's nonprofits always looking for people to volunteer. So if you're looking for something to do, that would be the place to go. Open Door Missions needs your help. Salvation Army, all kinds of people need your help this time of year. So if you've got a few hours, give some help some people out. That's what keeps things going. Okay, today we are going to be talking about Twitter. I'm going to show you some simple steps to using Twitter. Twitter, kind of like LinkedIn, is another one of those unknown gold mines, or those gold mines of people, gold mines of an application, or an application that you can use to market to people. Twitter has really gotten going over the last couple of years. And did you know that over 1 million accounts are added to Twitter every day? Did you also know that Facebook has over 1.9 billion users? You know, if you're currently marketing your business on those social sites, you're doing it right, because that's free marketing, guys. Doesn't cost you anything. You know, if you grab something like the Zing marketing system and you use that, go and check it out. You'll know what I'm talking about. ZingMarketingSystem.com. And it helps you with your Twitter, your Facebook, and get you in front of, 1 million new accounts are added every year to Twitter. That's why we want to talk about it. If you see my slide in the upper right corner, I am talking about SCORE. I am a SCORE volunteer. I teach people social media marketing at SCORE. Surprise, surprise. I'm kind of like going all over town. I want everybody to know how to do social media marketing. So this is me. If you want to get in touch with me, send me an email, mike@affordablesocialmedia.com, or you can even shorten that to mike@asmomaha.com. Facebook, Mike R. Bitter, that's me. You want to tweet to me? Send me a tweet at Mike Bitter on Twitter. I love that, Mike Bitter on Twitter. That's why we're here today, talking about Twitter. Don't forget LinkedIn, just Mike Bitter on LinkedIn. I'm there. Send me an email, send me a post, drop a tweet, say something. Let me know that you're out there. And while I'm talking, I'm going to run through some of these slides. I'm going to run through some things here, because if you're looking at the streaming video, what you're seeing is these are businesses that we've worked with. We have probably worked with, probably hundreds of businesses in the last 2 or 3 years. When I am doing my presentations and I get everything up and rolling, I am presenting to about 100 to 150 people live every month. I am in all kinds of places here in Omaha, in addition to SCORE and Pizza West. I do things for military transitioning. You may have heard it, marketing yourself through social media. So that's kind of my background, and I also own Affordable Social Media. It is a social media marketing company. We've been in business for over 7 years now. Luckily, we've been in business for over 7 years. We made it through the recession, and that was one of the things that I wanted to make sure happened with other businesses. Is I want to see all the businesses do well. It's like Zig Ziglar said, you become successful by making other people successful. And boy, we have had a really good run of making businesses successful. Not only teaching them how to do their own social media marketing, but also doing their social media marketing for them. Enough about me. You want to find out about Twitter. The objectives, I love setting out objectives. The objective is how to market your business in 140 characters or less. Read Twitter analytics to know what works. Use the right content to promote your business. Monitor your competition. I'm going to show you how to monitor those people that are competing against you. And we're also going to talk a little bit about answering tweets. So here we go. First off, what is Twitter? Twitter is an information network. It's a real-time information network. It connects you to the latest stories. A lot of times I get information on Twitter before I see it on the news at night. It also connects you with the ideas, opinions, and news about what you find most interesting. You can kind of pick what you want to receive on Twitter and who you want to hear about. Simply find the accounts you find most compelling, and then you follow the conversations. At the heart of Twitter are small bursts of information, and what they call those small bursts of information, because remember it's 140 characters or less, they call those tweets. So a little bit of lingo here. Each tweet is only 140 characters, but don't let that size fool you, because you can find out a lot in a little bit of space. And I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm going to correlate some things that we normally say in day-to-day conversation with how many characters there really are in what we're saying. You can see on Twitter, you can see photos, videos, conversations directly in tweets to get the whole story. Not something that's been refined and defined, and then it gets put out in the news at night. This is where you can find out actually what's going on, and it's all in one place. So what is Twitter? It's the fastest, simplest way to stay close to everything you care about. And there is a Twitter community out there. It's a community of people. Because Twitter is conversational, 140 characters or less, people are more likely to carry on conversations and get personal with you. Not personal with you, out of your comfort zone, but, maybe talk to you about the things that are most important to you that maybe other people wouldn't talk to you about, and you can ask them about things that are going on with them. I've had conversations with people in China, Vietnam, the next state over. It just kind of doesn't matter. Every day we're inspired by stories of people using Twitter to help make the world a better place, sometimes in unexpected ways. And, you get the inside scoop. You find out what's really going on. People share those things with you. And if you visit stories.twitter.com, you can learn a lot more about the stories and the different things that are going on Twitter. And you can find out all kinds of things on Twitter. One of the things that we have found is like wartime tweets. There have been people at the front lines of wars that are tweeting what's going on as it happens. And the other thing, if you want to find a job on Twitter, Twitter is a great way to find job postings. And if you're not sure how to do that, when you go into Twitter, just search jobs. And it will show you, or search how to find a job. And Twitter will show you how to use Twitter to find a job. Twitter for business. Twitter connects businesses to customers in real time. Businesses use Twitter to share information with people who are interested in their products and services. It also will allow you to gather real-time market intelligence and get feedback. and at the same time building relationships with customers, partners, and influencers. Real-time market intelligence and feedback is important because a lot of times the information, the market research that we get is not real time. It's something that comes out later. It's refined or defined the way that people want you to read it or see it. Real-time market intelligence is real-time and it's more accurate. On Twitter, if you want to find something out, ask people. If you want to find out what people think about something, ask them. Ask them about your product. Ask them about your service. People will tell you. Okay, let's get started. Enter the world of Twitter. Twitter, to get started, you go to twitter.com and just go to twitter.com and fill in your email address and a password, and away you go. The first thing that you're going to go to is you are going to go to a home page, and there's probably not going to be a lot of information on it to begin with. There's not a whole lot of tweets or anything, and that's your home page. That's where you start, and that's where you can read all of the tweets that people write about you, or that all of the tweets of the people who are following you will be displayed in your home screen. And sometimes those scroll by really quickly. And also, at the very top of your Twitter page, there's a home, and when you open it up, you will open up to the home. And then the next thing that you're going to open up to is going to be a connect page. And on the connect page, this is how you're going to connect with other people. And you can find out in your connections where it says connect at the top. If you go to interactions, it will show you every interaction that somebody had either with you or that they are talking about you. And this is a good way to kind of get an idea of what people have said about you or what people are tweeting about you. And then the next one over is, I think it's Discover is the next thing over for that. And you can see tweets. All the tweets that people made are in this area. And this is where you will make a tweet. This is where you can go in and actually tweet something. The very last one, also, this is so in the Discover, it's a hashtag Discover. And also in this area, you have all of the tweets that are there, and we talked about those. And then also in this area, you will have where you can find friends. And there's several ways that you can do that. There's several ways that Twitter allows you to find friends. And one of the ways that they allow you to do that is through your email. And what Twitter will do is Twitter will go into your Gmail, your email, your Outlook, if you would like for it to, and it will look at the names in your email, and it will go into Twitter and see if it can find that person in Twitter. And if it does, it'll try to connect with them. And that's great, and it's a really easy way of doing that. But the only thing with that is that Twitter is going to ask you for your user ID and password to your email account. Now, I kind of have an issue with that, and I know Twitter, just like Facebook, says it's okay, and don't worry, we're not going to use your user ID and password for anything. But what happens with that is that now you give somebody your user ID and password, and they have access to your email. I don't particularly care for doing that. I would rather go out and just search Twitter for people. But that is one way to find friends. The other way is that there is a search in this area. There's also a search along the black ribbon at the top. And put somebody's name in that search bar at the top, and it will go out, and if they have a Twitter account, Twitter will let you know that they're there, and you can follow them that way too. We're in the black ribbon at the very top, and we talked about home and then connect or discovery. And the next thing that we are going to look at shows us the popular accounts. It's the next thing over, just to the left of me. And when you click on that, we're in the Discover tab. So we click on the Discover tab, and down at the and then you get another menu right underneath that, and there's 4 or 5. There's 5 different selections there, and what we selected was the popular accounts. Now, these are accounts that people are making popular by the number of people that are following them. So you can find out what is popular on Twitter by going to Discover, and then the 5th selection down is popular accounts. The very last one in that ribbon is just to the left of the search bar. It's the far right selection, right at the very top, is me. This is the me area. And one of the selections there is tweets, and it'll have your name, your profile information, the information that other people see about you, and every tweet that you make is there. So what you can do is you can go in and look at tweets that you have made, and you can see the tweets that you've made. That's pretty much what you do in that area. So one of the things that I've found with Twitter is that when you go directly into Twitter, it is tough to watch your Twitter feed because it keeps moving, and it moves fast. So one of the tools that I like using is a tool called TweetDeck. And what TweetDeck does, it's a third-party tool, doesn't cost you anything. Just go to tweetdeck.com and just go to tweetdeck.com, and then you can sign in from there. And what happens in TweetDeck is TweetDeck will go out and find information that pertains to you or to whatever subject that you would like for it, whatever subject you would like to find out about, and it puts them in really nice columns. So what you can do is you can go in and you can have a column. For instance, I have a column, or we're going to create a column here in just a minute, called Omaha, which is where I am. So what TweetDeck will do is anytime Omaha is mentioned in any tweet anywhere in Twitter land, it will grab that tweet and it'll put it in your Omaha column. So you don't have to try to keep up with all of your tweets in Twitter. If you go to TweetDeck, this is the way you can do that. And over on the left-hand side at the very top, there looks like there's a pen or a little feather with a square around the outside of it. That is your search area. And you just click on that, and a search will pop up. Whoop, I'm sorry. The second, it's the little spyglass, is your search. That's the second one down. The very top one that appears in blue when you open this up is where you can make a tweet, where you can create and make a tweet. And when you click on that area, because this is what we want to do, we want to tweet. We want to get out in front of people. We want to let people know what we're doing. We want to let them know about our business. So this is how you'll do that. Click on that little feather looking thing on that far left hand side of TweetDeck. There's a really thin black ribbon that runs up and down. And what will happen is your picture will pop up. And then there will be a big blank white box. And that big blank white box, that's where you're going to put your tweet. And that's where you're going to start typing. If you look right below that big white box, there is a number. It's really small. It's a white number. And what that does is that keeps track of the number of characters that you have the number of characters that you have left to get to your 140 characters, because you cannot send out a tweet if it's over 140 characters. So you just start typing in that area and keep it under 140 characters and just type that in there and then hit send, and away it goes. Right below that white box, after you've started typing, the send button will pop up, and then that's how you'll send it. One other thing that you can do with TweetDeck is you can add a column, and there's a couple of ways you can do it. One way is over on that black ribbon that runs down the left hand side of TweetDeck. At the it's about halfway down that column, there's a plus sign. And if you click on that plus sign, it will allow you to create another column. And we clicked on that, and add column pops up, and then you decide if you want a timeline in there or if you want interactions, mentions, followers, messages. You decide which column you want to build, but I'm going to show you an easier way to build a column, because what we want to do is we want to build a column for a particular keyword, like Omaha, social media, marketing, your business. You should have your business name in there. You should have your services. And not only will TweetDeck go out, what TweetDeck will do is it will go out and find any tweets that have that information in there. You know, any tweets about your business, any tweets about your services, anything that you've created a column for, it will go out and find that. So click on the search, which is the second item down in that left vertical black ribbon, and type something in there. For instance, I typed in Omaha. And when I typed in Omaha, it showed me all of the tweets about Omaha. Showed me everything that's going on about Omaha, every tweet that's been tweeted that has something to do with Omaha. And that's one way to find out about a keyword or information you want to find out about. And what you're doing is you're finding out real-time information. For instance, if you're in the lawn care business, you can put in lawn care, and you can see what people are talking about when it comes to lawn care, or just about any topic you'd like to. This is a great place to get up-to-date information. So if you want to make this a column and you want to keep this in TweetDeck, go clear down to the bottom and you will see a blue box, and click on that and it will create that column. And you'll have another column. What TweetDeck does is it puts columns clear to the far right hand side. So you may have to scroll over to the right to find it, because they put them in order from left to right. And so on the far right hand side, you will find what you just asked Twitter to make a column for. So what I did was I typed in the search, I typed in Omaha, got all of the tweets that Twitter found that had to do with Omaha. I said create a column, and then what Twitter did was created that column, and now I have all the information about Omaha, and every time anything new comes up, maybe there's an arrest in Omaha, or maybe maybe Warren Buffett gave people $1 million, gave somebody $1 million in Omaha. Anytime the word Omaha is used, Twitter will pick it out and put it into TweetDeck for you. Okay, there's something else. The next thing I want to talk to you about is putting analytics on your on a link, because whenever we tweet things, we only have 140 characters. But what we want to do is, in those 140 characters, we want to send people to more information about you, your business, your service. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to build a link for that. But what I want to do first is, let's take a commercial break, and I am going to run a commercial about the Zing marketing system, zingmarketingsystem.com, and then we will be right back in just a couple of minutes.
Into building a brand. Whether you're an industry professional, entrepreneur, or have an organization that you'd like to promote, you can no longer ignore the impact of marketing through social media. Unfortunately, for a lot of small to mid-sized businesses, the lack of time, money, and expertise in social media marketing limits the full potential of building a strong brand and growing a warm market.
There's no doubt that social media marketing works. When used strategically, it's one of the best ways for companies and organizations of all kinds to reach their audiences and to build brand awareness.
I've had Body Indulgence Spa since 2010, and we use social media a lot in our business to grow our business, to run our specials, to get clients, to fill up bookings that are empty for the day.
We contacted a social marketing company, and it was going to be very expensive for us to retain them to do our social marketing for us.
I've been a social media manager for the past 4 years, and what I've noticed is a lot of businesses can't afford me. It can be expensive, it can be timely. I have to get information from you, the business owner, because I don't know anything about your business.
It's probably safe to say no one knows your business or organization as well as you. Now imagine a powerful suite of products specifically designed to provide cutting-edge technology so you can be at the top of your marketing game, all at an unbelievable price. Introducing SocialZing.com. The SocialZing.com web-based platform is the ultimate prospecting and conversion system through its integrated suite of social marketing solutions.
When we were introduced to Social Zing, I was amazed at the simplicity and the power of the platform.
We are not what we call a one-trick pony. We don't just have one product or service. We have a Social Zing platform which allows the average business owner to promote their business and services through social media without having any experience at all. They don't have to go back to school. They don't have to have a degree. They don't have to be computer geniuses. The average small company can actually be marketing through social media in a matter of minutes from once they set their account up.
Whether you're new to social media marketing or have help on staff, SocialZing.com can save your business time and money. It's powerful and easy to use. Every SocialZing.com subscription comes with our flagship product, Social Zing, which helps you post, track, and manage all of your social profiles from one location.
I don't have to keep going to my Facebook, to my Twitter, to my LinkedIn to put a post up. I could just post in one central area, and then I could put it on a timer, and I could have it post every day, multiple times a day if I wanted it to.
The autopilot feature is absolutely amazing because I don't have to constantly pull and brainstorm on things that I need to post or share. They automatically do it for me.
The autopilot feature is a huge time saver. I can set it and quite literally forget about it, and I know that it's always going to post relevant information on my media sites.
I really love the custom categories of the post library because you, the business owner, know about your business. You can create categories around what your industry is or what your product is, and you can put in posts in there and save them in that library, and then you can set up the autopilot feature so that it goes out to your networks on your behalf as you, and you don't have to sign in and do it. It is absolutely fantastic.
My feeds are going out while I'm doing my job. I don't have to be there to monitor it. I can go back and look at how many people saw it and if they came in. And for me, that's real marketing. I know who I'm reaching. I know who's getting it, who's coming in, and who's paying my bills.
Use PageZing to quickly create unlimited Facebook pages.
The PageZing feature is an awesome feature as far as for us when we have a separate event going on here at the lodge that we just need a quick announcement to make to put out either web-based or Facebook page, and it's a great tool for that, and anybody who sees the page and is interested just fills out the form and we get their information.
With CaptureZing, you can create your very own lead capture pages without the help of a tech guru.
It is so easy and so amazing. As a realtor, it can help you because you can get your lead capture pages, so I could actually advertise any listings that I had or go after new home buyers and put out an advertisement on the capture page, and then it's a place on there for them to give me their email address if they're interested, and then I can contact them directly.
Use MeetingZing to create face-to-face high-quality webcam video, voice, or chat conferencing.
We've had as many as 60 or 70 guests on our webinar.
MeetingZing was very easy for us to use. We recently used MeetingZing with a customer from South Africa. The process was very simple. We sent them an email with a link attached to it, and when they opened the link, they were in the meeting. We were able to use supporting documents and to get information on an upcoming project that was very valuable to us.
Whether you're prospecting for new clients or following up with existing ones, LeadZing makes it easy to track leads with one-click emails and follow-up marketing campaigns. With TextZing, you can reach your customers, sales team, organization, or church group in seconds.
I'm part of a youth group, and I need to contact the kids, I need to contact the parents, and I need to contact the adult sponsors. And so it's just a matter of going on my computer and typing up the message and clicking on whatever group or whoever it is that I need to contact, and it's instant. It's quick and easy.
Using TextZing allows me to track how often they're in my restaurant, how many times a week, a month, a year they come in, and by doing that I can literally track who's using my product, how often they're here, and use that to build my customer base even further.
And with VideoZing, you can send emails with videos embedded in them and track all video engagements from one central location.
Having the ability to embed video into the emails that you're sending out, as well as having the ability to incorporate your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all of that stuff right into those emails, and giving your recipients the ability to share those on their social media. That's also a very powerful tool, because now not only do the people you send it out to receive your emails and have the ability to be exposed, but their friends and family and followers have the ability to be exposed as well.
No technical skills required. Video tutorials are provided for each product in our suite, and if you really want to get serious about educating yourself on social media marketing, take advantage of our accredited online course, SocialZing University, included in every subscription.
You can just reach so many more people quicker and easier with this SocialZing than the things that we've done in the past, just because of the dashboard and everything is exactly there and accessible real quickly.
Using SocialZing, I'm allowed to reach more people in 5 minutes than I can reach in 2 weeks with any other marketing campaign that I've found. By doing that, I'm able to build my business while I'm here currently working at the business, and to me that's the key.
If you're trying to build a brand efficiently and have tools that are cost effective. There's nowhere else you can go to get this.
There's no contract or obligation. One awesome suite with 7 amazing tools at an unbelievable price point. Let SocialZing.com help brand your business and take it to the next level.
Okay, there you have it. Social Zing. Go to zingmarketingsystem.com, and that you will find out about Social Zing. Everything you wanted to know is at zingmarketingsystem.com. And also, with Social Zing, we are looking for local distributors for Social Zing. It is a great opportunity if you're looking for a business, if you like communicating, if you want to get into the social media world. This is a great way of doing this, and the company pays you 33% of everything that you make every month. They'll pay you 33%. It's like a residual income that you're going to get. So it's an awesome opportunity to jump into the social media market. Okay, one more time, zingmarketingsystem.com. Take a look at it. Last thing that I told you I wanted to talk to you about, or the next thing that I wanted to talk to you about, is whenever you're on Twitter, sometimes you have more information than you can say in 140 characters. So what we want to do is we want to take and say enough information to get people excited, or to get them to actually click on a link that you have already set up to get more information or to get additional information about something, because you only have 140 characters. But what we want to do is we're constantly want to do market research, because we want to find out, what do people like? Those people that are on Twitter, what do they like? What do they want to hear about? And the only way we know is if they click on your link. So there is a third-party tool that we use that's called Bud URL, and it's our little buddy. We just like to bud all of the links. And what will happen is when you use Bud URL, it's actually a link shrinker, and when it shrinks the link, it makes it smaller, so it uses less characters, and that's really important when you're using Twitter. And anytime anyone clicks on that link, Bud URL will keep track of it. So what you can find is you can find what types of information people are most want to know the most about. And the beauty of that is you're doing market research, so you're starting to find out what people like. What do they like about your business? What do they like about your service? So let's go into Bud URL a little bit. And when you open Bud URL, what you'll get is there is a listing of all of the URLs that you have shrunk. And if you've already sent any out, any of those URLs, if you've posted them on your Twitter, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, it will tell you how many people actually clicked on that link. For instance, if you open my Bud URL, there's probably 500 different links that I have in there. And what I can do is I can go down and look through which pieces of information people are most interested in. The reason that we want to do that is because you need to get people's attention to be able to market to them. When you find and provide the information that is relevant and interesting to your followers, they're going to want to read it. They're going to want to keep coming back. When they keep coming back, then when you decide to market to them, they are ready, because you've been talking to them. So when you go into Bud URL, what you'll do is at the very top, you are going to click on Add a Bud URL. So click on Add a Bud URL. The next screen that you come to, there is going to be a place to put the large URL. So what you will have done before you've gotten here is you have Gone in, that's a chair going across the floor if you're wondering. They're having a conference over in the corner. But you put the large URL, and then what you'll do is down at the bottom, it will ask the redirect type. And what you want to do is you want to do a permanent redirect. There's also a large white box, a large empty box that is description. And the way you want to position that box is in that box, put the information about where those people are going to go when they click on that link. So this becomes your marketing piece. This becomes your marketing words. And what you can do then is you can go in and copy and paste all of this right into Twitter. So then we go in and we tell it to create the URL. And at about a third of the way down the page, it says your Bud URL. And it comes up highlighted already. And all you have to do is copy that. When you copy that, put it into that box where you had a description of where that link was. And again, this is so all you have to do is copy and paste that marketing piece that you have just created. So now we have it created. We've got the box, we've got the information in there, the link and everything is in that box, is in that description. And if you go back to your home page, the page that we were originally on, you will see the description with the link. And then if you've already sent that out, over on the right hand side, kind of like I said a little bit ago, it will have the number of hits, the number of clicks on that link in the last 8 hours, in the last 24 hours, and then a total time. I'm sorry, it's in the last 24 hours, the number of clicks in the last 7 days, and then the total number of clicks overall. So it will tell you how many people have clicked on it. And the beauty of that is you can see how quickly people react to the posts that you're making. So this is a really cool way to be able to keep track of what people want to look at or what people are most interested in. All right, your next steps if you're going forward. One of the ways that you can go out to Twitter. You can set up your account. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. One of the things that we talked about was you using Social Zing. And when you use Social Zing, that is part of the Zing marketing system, when you use that, you can also schedule your posts. You can schedule your tweets. They're actually called tweets, not posts. I sometimes get that mixed up. I even have a hard time keeping them separated. So you can go in and schedule your tweets for whenever you want your tweets to go out. And that way you can send tweets out when you're the busiest at your business. So that way you don't have to worry about it. For instance, if you're a restaurant, about 10 or 10:30 in the morning, you start getting busy. But that is the time that you need to market to people and let them know about what you're doing. And let them know what you have to offer for that day or what the specials of the day are so you can bring people in. Well, what you can do is the day before, the night before, you can go in and schedule all of these tweets to go out starting at 10:30 or 11 o'clock in the morning. And then they just go out automatically. So Zing Marketing System is a great way to do that. Zing Marketing System will also let you set campaigns to where if you have a campaign that you want to run for several days in a row, you want your post or your tweet to go out the same time each day, you can set that. You can tell it the date that you want it to start, the date that you want it to end, and what time of day that you want that particular post or tweet to go out. And you set it and forget it. Some other things that you can do if you use the Zing marketing system, some of the other things that you can do with that is the Zing marketing system has an auto post feature. And there is a library of posts, there's a library of tweets that are already created for you. And when you set the autopilot in the Zing marketing system, what happens is that every day Twitter will go into the tweet library and it will pull out information and put it into your social media network for you. The beauty of that is if you don't have anything to market, or you're not marketing anything right away, there's still information going out. There's still interesting and relevant content that your readers are going to want to read. So we want to stay in front of them, and we want to stay engaged with them as much as possible. Another thing that you can do is Constant Contact has what they call a quick starter. And Quick Starter has a lot of free information in it. And, you know, we like free. And anytime we find free, we try to pass it on to you. But Quick Starter, you just go to www.socialquickstarter.com. They're not going to ask you for your name, your address, your email address. They're not going to ask you for any information. This is a resource that you can use. And when you go into it and you open it up, there are different pieces of information. For instance, Social Media 101. There are 4 chapters on that. There's 18 chapters on Facebook. There's 17 chapters on Twitter. 14 chapters on LinkedIn, and it's all free. It doesn't cost you anything to go in and access this information. Also, if you decide that you want to try email marketing through Constant Contact, just go to www.asmemailmarketing.com and you can get a free 60-day trial of email marketing. This gives you the opportunity to go in and build a template, upload your database, and play with email marketing. And email marketing is a great way to cross what you do in social with your Twitter, with your Facebook, cross it over into email marketing. There are free webinars. They are here in Omaha. They're almost in every state that we know of, almost in every city. All you do is go to constantcontact.com/learning-center, and it will give you a listing state by state. Also, don't forget about Social Quick Starter. So that is pretty much everything for today. We will be back here next week, next Wednesday, same time, same station, 1690 AM The One, out of the beautiful studios in the Crossroads Mall in Omaha, Nebraska. And we will be back here at noon next Wednesday, 12 o'clock. So put it on your calendar. And this is Mike Bitter with Affordable Social Media. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, mike@asmomaha.com, or give me a call, 402-212-1245. Take care and have a great day, and above all, be social.